everybody, and welcome to Thunder and Lightning's Gaming News Podcast. I'm Thunder.
And that's a long title.
It is a long title. It's a bad title. I'll say it every single time. Let's go in backwards order of how we do things.
Okay.
Let's talk about games that are releasing first, and then news, and then I'll talk about the games I've been playing.
Okay.
So, we got 3 games that came out on March 26th. We've got It Takes Two, which is the new game from Joseph Fares. He previously gave us Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons and No Way Out. They're sort of like co-op. The whole thing is like his whole thing is like he wants to reinvent what you think of co-op games.
Okay.
And Brothers: Tale of Two Sons wasn't really a co-op game. It was a game where you play as 2 characters with 1 controller, but a lot of people figured out a way to do it co-op. But It Takes Two and No Way Out are co-op games, and they've all been pretty good. I think this one, I'm not sure, don't hold me to this, I think this one might be PS5, Xbox Series X exclusive, but I'm not sure. But that came out March 26th. Also, March 26th saw the release of Monster Hunter Rise on Switch. Developers will do this sometimes, where there's like the new game in the series, and then there's like, this one's coming out on all the beefy stuff, like PS5 and everything. And then they'll release the one that comes out on inferior consoles, on inferior hardware, and that's what Monster Hunter Rise is. It's a Switch exclusive Monster Hunter game, but it's not the same game. Like sometimes games, those Lego games, there's always like the PS4 version and then the 3DS version,
Yeah.
and they're 2 totally different games, but they're still called Lego Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
But this is literally a different game that you can only buy on Switch. So there's Monster Hunter World that's been out for a while on PS4 and all that stuff. And this one's the Switch one. So that's out. They did that with Assassin's Creed 2. When not Assassin's Creed 2. They did it with Assassin's Creed also. When when PS4 was coming out, they were like Assassin's Creed Unity coming out on PS4. Fuck. And then in the same breath they were like, but only on Xbox 360. Here's this one. I think it was called Rogue. So that's basically what they're doing again. And then what do you say? Sorry. Oh, okay. And then also on March 26th, we unfortunately saw the release of Ball-On Wonderworld. If you remember me talking about this game, it's not like it's that new game from the guy who made Sonic, and it's not finished, and every button is jump. And I played the demo for like 4 hours, and it was all right. It was, the unfortunate truth about it is that it's it feels unfinished, but it is totally finished. And it's not worth the $60 price point.
Gotcha.
So, like, it definitely has its fans, and I'm happy for those people, but those people are $60 poorer now. And even though I did really enjoy my time with the demo, and I saw the game for its flaws, and I was like, I don't mind. I'm still having fun. I'm not paying $60 for it.
Right.
So that came out. I can't believe it didn't get delayed. So many people reviewing the demo were just like, please delay this game and make it better. But I don't think that was ever going to happen. I think it's been done for a couple months, and this is just the game. Maybe I'm wrong. It's the 28th when we recorded this, and it came out 2 days ago, and it's the 29th when you're hearing it. So maybe it's out and they fixed it, and it's real good, and everyone loves it. But I doubt it. So now let's talk about the news. Did you hear about the Animal Crossing Sanrio controversy?
No.
So Sanrio, which is the company that makes Hello Kitty, and all Hello Kitty's little friends, the bunny one and the frog one and all them. I don't think there's an anime. I think that's just like their marketing campaign. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But there are Sanrio-specific amiibo cards. So there's 6 new villagers that weren't in the game before, and the only way to get them is to buy the Sanrio amiibo cards. And their whole house is like, one of them's Hello Kitty themed, one of them's the frog one. They're all themed after a different Sanrio character. And they were exclusively at Target, and they did not communicate this properly. and I don't know firsthand. I didn't try to get any. But you had to pick them up in store, which first of all, great for the pandemic. And second of all, you had to like order ahead. So you had to like make an online order and then go pick it up in stores.
Wow.
Long story short, a bunch of people got them and a bunch of people weren't able to get them. And now if you go on eBay, you can find them for like no cheaper than $60, even though they retailed for $5.99.
Right.
So that shit's happening again. Like it's happened and is still happening with the PS5. So that's neat. I don't have any personal accounts of this because I did want those cards, but I like kind of wanted them, so I wasn't like, what minute are they dropping? So when I heard people, particularly a streamer I watch, was very vocal on Twitter about not getting Sanrio amiibo cards and being just furious at how Target has handled this whole situation. So that's that. There was a Square Enix Presents, which is, I guess, how they're doing things now. It's like a Nintendo Direct, but for Square Enix, which it's interesting that whenever a company that doesn't have a console does something like this, it's very interesting to me because Nintendo, you can announce Ubisoft games and 2K games and Bethesda games because they have a console that they're coming out on. But Square Enix is just going to announce Square Enix games. So every time they have a Direct or a Presents or whatever you call it, I'm always like, it better be fucking jam-packed.
Right.
So they talked about the new Life is Strange game. It's called Life is Strange True Colors.
Did they talk about the KF console?
They did not. Did you expect them to? You're just waiting. You're just fiending for that.
I thought they were the ones making it.
Square Enix? No.
Okay.
I don't remember who's making it. I think it's a tech company, though. I think it's NVIDIA.
Oh, okay.
Life is Strange True Colors is what the next Life is Strange game is called. It, once again, follows a new protagonist, like all the other ones did. And it's coming to last gen and current gen, which was cool. And Life is Strange famously has been like an episodic game. Like, here's the first 2.5 hours, wait a couple months, and then it's 5 episodes. This one's one game. The whole thing's coming out, which is good. I don't know why they were doing it the other way anyways.
Right.
And then they announced Life is Strange Remastered. It's going to be Life is Strange 1 and Life is Strange Before the Storm, which is a prequel to Life is Strange 1, made by a different team with different voice actors, which is kind of weird. Those are being remastered and re-released for I don't know, probably PS5. It doesn't say here. I can only assume not PS4 because I already have that game on PS4. Project Athia, if you remember this, it was a demo that they showed off of this like druid girl like controlling plants and stuff, and it looked very neat and very fluid. It has a new name. It's called Forspoken. And it's going to launch in 2022. They didn't really have much to announce. They just wanted to tell you that it's coming out and it has an actual name now. Outriders, I have no idea what Outriders is. I apologize. But
Okay.
They talked about Outriders. It's coming out April Fool's Day. The end. That's all I have to say about that. We already talked about Balan Wonderworld. They showed that off real quick, just like a final push of like, hey, it's coming out. They did talk about Marvel Avengers.
How it sucks on PS4.
Yeah, well, they have a lot planned, quote unquote. It didn't look like all that much to me, but and there was a nice little grid showing off everything. They don't seem to have it on this website I'm on right now, but essentially, Kate Bishop is coming, or is she already there? I'm not sure, but Kate Bishop is coming, the female Hawkeye, and there's going to be, as far as I can tell, 2 new like DLC story campaigns, one with the 2 Hawkeyes and one where you fight Maestro Hulk, who is the big bearded Hulk that's currently doing his thing in the comics. And they announced some balance changes and stuff. I think there's a new level cap or something. But they also announced Marvel Avengers Black Panther War for Wakanda expansion. So Black Panther's coming. It looks like he's going to get his own map. I'm not sure. I don't play this game, but you do. So it's essentially going to be 3 DLC things over the next couple months.
That's cool.
That is cool. I don't think it's enough to save this game.
No, I mean, especially if it runs like shit. I stopped playing it because it ran horribly.
Well,
On
they
PS4.
do have launch day also got a close up in a lengthier trailer highlighting the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X version. Which
That's
I can
good.
only
Can't get a hold
assume-
of it, but that's good.
which I can only assume runs better than the PS4 version, but still shitty. If I can predict that. Tomb Raider is celebrating its 20th, 25th. One of those. It doesn't say here. Good article, guys. Thank you, Polygon. Tomb Raider's celebrating an anniversary, and there's going to be a ton of Tomb Raider stuff coming out. And the first bit of that is the Tomb Raider Definitive Survivor trilogy. So when Square Enix acquired the rights to make Tomb Raider console games, they rebooted the franchise. It was just called Tomb Raider, and then there was Tomb Raider. There's Tomb Raider: Rise of the Tomb Raider in 2015, and then Shadow of the Tomb Raider in 2018. Those are all coming out again, and they're gonna have all the DLC, and it's gonna be on. I can only assume PS5 and all that stuff,
Nice.
and it. Yes, that is, that is it. That's all I have to say about that. There's some weird pricing issues. And then they announced Just Cause Mobile, which, sure, this is a mobile game in the Just Cause universe. There's probably going to be guns. But then they announced a mobile game that I did not expect, which looked very interesting. And it's called Space Invaders AR.
Oh.
AR, of course, stands for Augmented Reality. So it's going to be like Pokemon Go, but Space Invaders.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was definitely the trailer they showed us was definitely just a concept trailer.
Do you look up at the sky and just shoot whatever's coming down?
I mean, it was very stylized, but what they showed was a giant Space Invader on the side of a building and stuff like that. I don't know. It seems like with Pokemon it made a little more sense.
Yeah.
I feel like if I want to play Space Invaders, I'm just going to download a ROM. I'm not going to
Right.
go outside. Assuming there's no pandemic, I don't think I'm gonna go outside to play Space Invaders.
I'm struggling to picture how this works.
Yeah, like I said, they didn't show gameplay. They just showed a like a little proof of concept trailer, like they did with Pokemon Go, where they were like, "Look, Pokemon are real," and everyone cried. But then Pokemon Go shit all over the floor for a year straight. They also is not part of this article. This article really shit the bed. They announced a new Bubble Bobble. I think it's called Bubble Bobble 4, and it's going to have the original Bubble Bobble in it. I don't have this information in front of me. I'm just going off memory because Polygon's all of a sudden a shitty website, I guess. But that was neat. It was so overall the press conference. I would say like B. Definitely. You know. I was entertained, and you had enough things there that I was a little excited for. I do have a bad taste in my mouth still from the Final Fantasy VII stuff, but whatever. That was announced at the last PlayStation thing.
Here's this cool stuff. Now go find a PS5.
Yeah, exactly. You want to play as Yuffie? Well, go get her. You're on a $500 scavenger hunt, where depending on what site you end that scavenger hunt on, could be a $1,700 scavenger hunt. And that's before you buy accessories for it. Is that all I had? Yes, that is all the news I had. I realized that I've been talking a lot. Was there anything you wanted to talk about? Or
as far as video games go,
yeah.
I've been watching Pauline play through Immortal Phoenix Rising.
Oh, cool.
Seems really fun. Maybe something we'd want to do on the channel soon. Not soon, someday.
Maybe. I'll check it out for myself. I've never played it myself, but it looks neat.
Yeah.
It's Ubisoft, right?
I think so.
All right.
I've been having fun doing Wind Waker. I'm excited to do more of that.
Me too. If I can talk about that for a sec. I love Wind Waker. It's my favorite Zelda game. And I didn't say this because I didn't want to sound like a dumb baby, but I thought at least on some level I'd be like, man, I want to play, you know? But I didn't feel that at all. I just had a lot of fun watching you play, and I can't wait
Cool.
to do it more. I fucking love that game.
Me too. I like the voices we're doing.
Yes, oh
Can't-
my god.
Can't tell if other people are. I think that might become a staple in our games in general, but we'll start with Wind Waker.
Well, if the games aren't going to do the voices for us.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe down the line we'll do all 3 games with voices. We're doing voices on Luigi,
Yeah, true.
doing voices on Wind Waker. We're just not doing them for Scott Pilgrim. And that game, I'm not as excited to play more of as I was at the beginning. It's glitching out.
Oh,
and,
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And it's getting super tough for no reason.
You, I'm noticing, have like a threshold of like is the game hard then equals bad. Like we were playing
No,
we
not
were playing
necessarily.
we were playing Scott Pilgrim and you were like, I'm not going to say it's bad, and I'm like, but it's not bad.
No, I mean, if a game's hard, that's fine, but like Scott Pilgrim was giving me Simpsons Hit and Run vibes where it's like this is unnecessarily hard. There's no reason this has to be this hard.
Yeah, I'm trying not to I was given the task of leveling us up a little in that game,
Yeah.
and I don't want to spoil how that went. So tune into our stream yesterday. But yeah, there's definitely I know what you mean though. There's definitely a feeling of like maybe I'm doing something wrong because
But
this
we're
is
not.
very hard. No, we're not.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say it's bad. It's not that it's hard, it's just unnecessarily hard.
Yeah.
When I'm no longer having fun because of how hard a game is, and it doesn't need to be, then I'm not having fun.
Plus, we're on the easiest difficulty.
Right. There's a difference between I need to get better at this and this just isn't working the way somebody wanted it to.
Right. I wonder if they did anything to it because I don't remember it being that hard back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't remember struggling with it really at all. I beat that game with every character.
'Cause Undertale got fucking hard, and I never said that it was bad because of it.
I was just joking.
No,
I
I
didn't mean
know,
to-
I know. I'm just like, because I know what you're saying. I get that you were joking. Sorry, that it's definitely raining harder now.
Should I close the window?
That's what I was looking at. I think you're okay right now.
Okay.
There's definitely a difference between it's hard and it was meant to be, and it's hard and that's because somebody fucked up.
Right. Right. Plus, the game's been really glitchy.
Yeah.
I literally.
Which I wonder if it's the Switch's fault or the original Scott Pilgrim.
Right. Is it the remaster, or did they do such a good job remastering this game that all the glitches that were there are still there?
Right.
We'll literally never know without a time machine. I want to talk about the new Crash Bandicoot game,
Okay.
if I can.
Sure.
I don't typically talk about phone games, and when we talk about news, I don't bring phone game news because the news would be like a half hour of me being like, so in Fire Emblem Heroes, they're doing this event. And then the day after that in Fire Emblem Heroes, they're doing this other event. But there's a new Crash game. It's called, let me get my name. It's called Crash on the Run. It's an infinite runner. That's what the genre's called, but it's not infinite. It's very interesting. I like this game a lot. I've played infinite runners before, and they never really grasped me. I played the Sonic the Hedgehog one, and you'd think that of any franchise that would be the one to nail it, and I was like, I'm good. But the Crash one is really hooking me. It's not infinite. It's level based.
Yeah.
And there is that whole, phone game thing of like you need this many resources in order to do this level, and it's going to take this many minutes to gather those resources. And if you want, you can pay real money to speed it up and stuff like that. So there's definitely phone game stuff present,
Yeah.
but the it's not just like a payment the stuff you use to when it's like you need these 3 things to enter this level, you actually use them in the level to help you with the fight or whatever.
That's good.
And it's got like a really cool like it's clear that they built like a track, just like a looping track with different pathways, and whenever you do a level, it'll like put you in the middle of it, and then like just do this part of it until you get to the boss, and then you're done. Because there's like a resource gathering mechanic that I've never seen that's present in a Infinite Runner before, where they just let you loose on the track and you go until you die, and then you get to keep whatever you collected.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really, I like it a lot. It's King, the people who made Candy Crush.
Yeah.
I've never played Candy Crush, but I can only assume since it's the world's most popular phone game that they're good at making phone games.
Right.
And I'm really liking this one. What I didn't like was day 1 game drops. I'm playing it. It's fine, whatever. Day 2, turn the game on. It got a small update. Now, every time I go back to home base, which you do often, you get a one screen. You have to click X to make it go away.
Mhm.
Advertisement for a different King game. So they
Gotcha.
clearly saw the popularity of this game, and they were like, well, hang on. Day 2 patch, we got to put in advertisements for our other games.
Right.
Not cool with that. Everything else I'm really liking. It's definitely one of those phone games where you do not have to pay money to like progress.
That's good.
But I have paid money. I've given this game like 11 or 12 of my dollars because I really like it, and I want to keep playing it frequently. And it's become my new time for bed. Gonna lay in bed for an hour and play the new Crash Bandicoot game. It's really fun. And if you are someone who is looking for a new idle pass the time phone game, and if you are someone who has previously tried the behind the back Infinite Runner genre, and you were like, I don't know, I'd say try this one, especially if you're a Crash Bandicoot fan, because the basic mechanics that are present in every Crash Bandicoot game translate like perfectly to like tapping and swiping and stuff. It's cool. It's really cool. Haven't
Nice.
played a super fun phone game that really hooked me since Teppen, which was like 2 years ago. Teppen just added Ada, and we all know how I feel about her. The Asian woman from Resident Evil 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And 2. But yeah, I've also been playing Hitman 2, but I have a feeling I'll be playing that by the time the next time we record a video game podcast. So I will talk about that next time. Chris is just fucking destroying shit in my room. What are you doing?
I hit a wire.
Oh,
I moved it.
okay. That's good. I kid. Also, I don't care.
That'll do it for us.
I was going to complain about that plug, but it's literally not important. That will do it for us, though. Sorry for... I was going to say like the other episode, but that episode's not out for 4 days. Sorry for the short one. We have a lot to do today, and we want to get it all done, and we want to make it nice and good and cool for y'all. So if we don't have much to talk about, then we're not going to push it. But yeah, thank you for listening. What do we say at the end of this? We just say bye, right?
Sorry for the bad title, and we'll see you next time.
Sorry for the only bad title we've ever batted. And until next time, I'm Ben Thunder.
And I'm Lightning.
Stay safe, stay clean, and we'll see you next time.